Yeah.
Live now. We'll be live now.
Okay.
Just waiting for it to come up. Right.
Trump.
I just got my internet back on today as well.
What? Oh,
Good
fantastic.
morning. I'm Ambassador Josette Sheeran, Executive Chairman of the McCain Institute for
Is that yours?
International
Mine.
Leadership at Arizona State University. Thank you for joining us.
Sorry, Andy. We're not doing McCain today.
I lost it. I was searching for it. I wouldn't know it was mine. Right, and I just set it to public.
I want to go into Facebook.
Okay. Share on friends.
Oh, Anthony, Facebook is nearly $100 to one.
Lovely.
Facebook coins. And we are here. We never had one.
How come they didn't give us?
They just did it secretly and share it. And they tried to condemn him and say he wasn't going to be able to have a coin.
What group do you want me to share it in?
Oh my God. Any group you're in.
I'll see how many I can see if it can do it one more time. I think it did it once.
So he tag us in or something.
Oh, this is on Christopher's thing.
Well, 9 viewing at the moment.
Hmm?
Hi, Jesse. Hi, Frank. We've got 9 people in at the moment.
Oh, super.
So
What a kickoff.
shared in North Wales. Yeah, please share out if you would, please, everybody. Thank you muchly. I'm just sharing out at the moment.
Oh, guess what? Okay, we've got a good start here.
What you got? What you got?
I just come up. Let me share the screen. Boom, boom. I have a video here. I put out a tweet, a post on Facebook. It says here, my nephew Chris is at Highbury Corner Magistrates for sentencing at 10 tomorrow. So far, he has never received a single document with a court case number nor seal. He went in today to file a statutory declaration and the staff would not take it. Is this the new standard of criminality in the courthouse building? See the comments for correspondence. So the comments on the video.
Yep.
The last 3 cases he had there were admitted as fake and derisory compensation offered but not accepted. Guess what Facebook says?
Don't tell me. They blocked it.
It says here, we have, your comment goes against the community standards on spam.
They say
I get that all the time.
Huh?
I used to get that all the time.
No one else can see.
Yeah, so don't
Yeah,
worry.
you've got trolls on you. Like these is the agents, like they just go in there and report. You have about 20 or 30 of them. They do it to me all the time.
And they remove all other posts that include this.
Yeah.
Your comment, and they keep disagree with the decision.
Disagree,
yeah.
We usually offer the chance to refer. Okay. All right. So we disagree.
Don't let it send even, do they? Well, no, they do normally. I think give you 200 letters to say something.
Nilu put up a post here that I'm gonna come on with her at 9.
What time is it now?
Okay, so you know what? We just invite her at 9. Bring her in somehow.
Yeah, no problems.
So Facebook is helping out the court order scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Facebook is corrupt.
I'm telling you, people, we're gonna have to find an alternative place.
Find a platform. But Hive, I think Hive will be okay.
Hive.
Hive will be okay.
There are other ones, but we have to go where the audience is and hopefully cross over somehow.
Right. Yeah.
And,
they get shared over anyway.
Huh?
They get shared over anyway because they get put onto other things on all the platforms.
Yeah, we can share
it. You can put it up on YouTube.
We do the best we can. We can't sit and do nothing. But sooner or later, the propaganda, I don't know, people.
The people are picking up on it now. That's the beauty of it. People are
Yeah.
picking up and they're questioning now. That's the thing. More
Right,
people
yeah,
that question it, the quicker we're going to get the awareness of everybody else, so that they can
Yeah.
all ask the same question.
yeah.
So Andrew Divine is live now.
I've shared it on your.
I see, but I can't see. Let me put the video and put the sound down, so we don't get an echo and a feedback. Let me put the video and put the sound down, so we don't. Here we go. So I'll comment. Yeah. Check my code file. That's the one that's raising hell at the moment. HTTPS colon.
How many is it on there? How many downloads is it at the moment?
I think it's pushing 2,000, but bear in mind many people have 5, 6, 10 cases.
Yeah.
Some
And
people have.
They've shared it with. I mean, I've shared it with no end.
They email it to their list. So I think tens of thousands of cases being interrogated now.
Yeah. It's going to have to cause a ripple. It's enough to cause a ripple anyway.
Yeah. So we're going to start off with Margaret. Margaret, here you are. Can you see yourself on the international global stage?
Yes.
I'm trying to go back to Zoom.
High tech. This is
It's
high
mad.
tech.
It's mad. I mean, a few years ago we couldn't dream that we could be doing this.
Imagine if we had the same power of getting the information out as they've got.
Well, we got more access to justice and information than Donald Trump right now, because he's been banned everywhere, and we've only been banned in a few places. So we're better than Donald Trump in that context. I know he's a superior man to me, at least in the field of lying and politicking. But yeah, Margaret, your case, so many people been following your case and waking up because of your case and wondering what's happening. So give us an update.
Yes.
If you speak up for the
Okay, yeah. My case is about the police now. They want to play their cover up kind of I don't know how to put it. So
games,
yeah, that's the right word. Yeah, games. So I don't know what they're trying to do. They are coming after me, and so far they have said they stop, and I still got an email again to say that they are that's from the London Metropolitan. Before one was Northampton Police, who was coming to my place where I live now in London.
So let me just get it straight. You were kicked out of your house in Northampton.
In Northampton,
after 3 years of holding them off, which you done so well. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
3 years. But you got a temporary place in London.
Yes.
And then police, you made a crime report and all that.
Yeah.
Nobody's replied to your crime report, but the police have been coming to your door.
Yeah.
And you don't know why.
Yeah.
From Northampton.
Yeah, from Northampton.
But we don't know where they came from in the beginning.
Yeah, they didn't say.
They were just coming. They didn't drop a card.
No, no card, no name.
So how many times they came?
They came 2 times.
And you call 101?
Yeah, and I called 101 to find out the police came. Could I get a reference and can they tell me why they came? And they check and they say, oh, we don't have any record of anything as such.
There's no record of these visits.
Yeah, there's no record of the police visit to my place. So that carried on, and we wrote to them. You
wrote to Simon Crick, the borough commander for the area.
For the area, yeah, and he wrote back to say that they are investigating it.
They're investigating.
Yeah.
So you thought they're investigating your illegal eviction?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything about that.
Okay, so these police came, they're not documented, there's nothing in 101.
No.
So you wrote to Simon Crick, and what's the other face in Northampton, Chief
What's his name
Constable?
again now? Yeah.
Hattersley.
Oh,
Anyway, the Northampton chief jointly wrote jointly, why are these police coming to my door? People dressed in police uniform, and there is no record of it in the official system.
yeah.
And why aren't you doing anything about my illegal eviction and theft of all my belongings?
Yeah.
So what was the reply, Margaret?
Well, they just keep. First of all, they just keep phoning.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to just talk on the phone.
Yeah.
And when I made my crime report, I tick that I don't want a telephone call. I don't want a visit. I just want to be communicated with by writing.
Yeah.
And they just ignore that. And then they start calling me. So I didn't pick the call. Then they wrote to me to say that they tried to get in touch with me. And since I didn't pick their call, and they lied that I don't have an answering machine. They said I don't have an answering machine, so they couldn't leave a message. And I have an answering machine on my phone. There is an answering machine on my phone. So they said I don't have an answering machine, so they couldn't leave a message. So as such, they closed the matter.
No, but you're missing out something, Margaret, surely. You they said these officers were coming to her home and knocking the door. That they were sent by Northampton police.
Yeah.
So I'm saying there was Northampton, yeah.
They're sent by Northampton police. The London police were sent by Northampton police to do a welfare check on Margaret. So they're concerned about her welfare. Yeah?
Yeah.
They didn't come to investigate the illegal eviction.
No.
But they are welfare assessors, undocumented. Yeah?
Yeah.
And Nick Adderley, that's the Northampton guy, the
Yeah.
chief constable, who is in some hot water already.
Mm.
First, he has a fake claim against me for speeding, and the CPS confirmed it's a false claim. Now they're saying they have a warrant, and they can't produce. Anyway, yes, Margaret. So then, now they tell you it's a story because it's not in the system.
It's not in the system, yeah.
So they are something very fishy going on.
Yeah.
But there was another little development on your property.
Yeah.
You had a letter from the land registry.
Yeah, I had a letter from the registry when we made a fraud. We registered it. Is it against the
Fraud restriction.
Yeah, fraud restriction. Yeah.
So they replied to you recently.
Yeah. To say that it's been confirmed. They have registered it and they've got everything in place.
So there's a fraud restriction officially on the title. And has the title been? Has your name come off the title?
No, my name is still.
Name is still there. So whatever fighting we're doing and whatever, somebody's scared. Somebody's scared to move. So it's so much in the public, and it's to all the people. Nick Adderley and Simon Crick must be ganging up to help to steal this property, or they're gonna prosecute Julie Dearlove.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I forgot. There is something I found out as well. When recently, something just said to me to call the police to get the record right. How many times the police came, to do my chronology, and I called Northampton. No, I called Northampton police to ask them for all the dates the police came, and they said to me that on the 21st of September, the police did not attend. That was the day they handcuffed me. The police did not attend on that date.
Amazing.
There you go.
So they were either fake police, like bailiffs dressed up in police uniform, which is happening a lot from what we're seeing.
Yep.
Or the police came that were off duty and were helping the
criminals,
the people
the
to steal the
gangsters.
property. Because this happened in my case. We had Christopher Williams and Ben Kovler come to my house, blah, blah, blah. They didn't have the right shoes on. The car didn't have any police equipment. There was a lot of giveaway. And he actually resigned, I think, the next day.
I had two police cars in my house on that day.
Yeah, 2 police cars were there, and there's no record of
There's
it.
no
Let me
record.
just suggest, repeat what's just been stated there for everybody out there. For this that was listening there, that the police that came round and has aided and abetted the criminal bailiffs that was stealing Margaret's house, that grabbed her and kicking and fighting, dragged her out of her house. Those policemen never attended. Just so that you know, that's what they came back and said, there was no policeman attended. So who were they? We have them on film, just so that you
Yeah, it's well documented.
Absolutely, absolutely. And those police, they say that those police.
They thought that when they took my phone and deleted the photo on it, they thought that was the end, because they took my phone and deleted.
They took the phone from the lady and deleted the video.
The video.
I mean, we were broadcasting live on Zoom,
on
Facebook.
Margaret, which one was that? The one that when the police came and arrested you for burglary, or the one?
Yeah, that one.
And they put their jacket over the webcam.
This time he just came straight in and told me that I had no right to be there, and switched it off.
Yeah, just switch off. Yeah, and I did some recording with the bailiffs, the fake bailiff. I saw the lady in the court today. The lady, one of the bailiffs was in the court today. They are doing
Your bailiff?
Yeah, they are doing another criminal thing there today.
Oh my God! What a small world!
What a small world! I was just looking at her. I said, "Look at this woman. Look at her."
Oh my God!
They are big in the business.
So it's the same people going around.
They
come from
people.
Northampton, come to your house.
Yeah, in London.
Fake police, fake bailiff.
Fake bailiffs.
And we're gonna have to do a special Zoom. We're not gonna talk about this today. Fake judges.
She wasn't in a bailiff.
People sitting in the judicial chair, when you ask them for their name, they won't give it to you. And if you stand your ground, they get up and run out.
Today she
fake
wasn't
judges.
a bailiff. She came to a court today. She didn't come as a bailiff.
My God.
They came to court. And she was sharing what they were going to say in the court with somebody else. I was just looking at her. I said, "Look at this woman."
Oh my God! What a small world.
England is.
Well,
so
anyway,
the same bailiffs that was yours in Northampton with the same bailiffs you saw in a court in London.
In London, he was in the court.
Highbury Magistrate.
Highbury Magistrate as to represent somebody. He wasn't there as a bailiff. So how many jobs does he have? Maybe he came as a solicitor.
There's absolute actors.
Very important, Margaret. We're using the word bailiff. The people who came to your house were not bailiffs.
No, they were not bailiff because no proof.
Even what they said, even though they didn't identify them, they said they were enforcement agents.
Yes.
An enforcement agent got no authority to evict you if you're a tenant or a homeowner.
Yes.
They can only evict squatters. So nothing stands up at any point in this saga. And, you know, people out there, public, this lady here, she's been through so much. You've seen it, you've witnessed it, you're witnesses. Please sign the petition, support her, and protect. You're supporting yourself. This is the world you want to live in and be part of and live for the next generation. We have to end it, you know.
Absolutely.
So we're going to move on to my good nephew there, Christopher, who's been
fighting the battle as well.
Christopher's had a trial today, a sentencing hearing, and previous to this, he had 6 evictions, which the court wrote, Barnet County Court wrote and said, you have never been evicted from any address. Then he ended up somehow in a property where, like a supervised accommodation. So there he had an allegation that he assaulted somebody. They showed us a video. It doesn't show any assault and so on. But forget the evidence for now. Nobody could show the prosecution. They said they found him guilty. And somebody sent an email, a lady called Honor Protz, who is a psychiatrist and works for a scam charity called Together. NHS. Why don't you work for the NHS? You're working for a charity. How do you handle my data? Yeah. With a mobile number and the court address and the NHS.
Court address.
And no
NHS, no NHS letterheading.
It's so dodgy.
Yeah.
So Christopher allegedly was found guilty. We've done a lot of things on the case. So he was evicted on the basis of an email that says there was a court order with bail conditions. He mustn't go back to the property. And the lady who wrote the email when we tackled it, they had a big NHS meeting. She wrote an apology and said she didn't see any court order. And this was September the 5th, the 16th. And today is December the 8th. And we've searched, asked everyone, been to the court multiple times. Nobody can give the order or a prosecution or even a crime number. So we wrote to Simon Crick a couple of times. It was a very deceptive letter. But the bottom line is Simon Crick is the borough commander for Camden and that particular area of London. This morning he sent an email to say he's investigating the matter or something. I'm looking into it. So we're saying, how come you want to arrest this guy and make a fake arrest and a fake charge, but you're not prepared to investigate his 6 illegal evictions which have been admitted in writing from the court? There's no such eviction. So where is this not discrimination, Andy?
Absolutely disgusting, isn't it, mate? And this
Right.
is what I'm suffering with. Yeah.
So yesterday, he went to file a statutory declaration, yeah, because the 2 witnesses told lies that they have video evidence and it doesn't correspond to what they're saying, you know. So it's perjury, isn't it, Andy? You're hot on perjury.
100% perjury, mate.
Uh-huh.
It makes the claim, carries the burden of proof.
Now, he went to file a statutory declaration yesterday. The court wouldn't take it. The court wouldn't take his paper. Now, when you had your first trial, Chris, it's the same thing happened.
Yeah.
So we're going in the court, and the court won't take the document. It's only 1 page, you know.
So just to remind you, like, because you're saying it yourself, the court.
The fake court.
The fake court wouldn't take the real document.
Ah,
Yes,
and
that's the right word.
there goes the explanation, because they don't have a court file to put it
To put
on.
it on, because it's not a court.
This is the problem. So what happens now? Margaret went to court and George to support Christopher and to see if they would file the document in the morning. They're blocking George from entering the court. They said he's not behaving well and stuff. No, it's all recorded and they have videos and what. It's all bullshit.
Breaching the peace.
He's breaching the peace to ask for the document.
Has to place the document in that they wouldn't take. And now they're getting the police on him for breach the peace for trying to put a lawful document into an illegal court.
Aye. So he had what happened there?
Oh, maybe your hand touched something.
Have I killed you? Oh, are you okay? I touched the wrong button, man. I need to do some studio training. So anyway, Andy, it was a bit of a dogfight outside the court. Did they block you, Margaret?
No.
They let Margaret. Must be her good looks and charm.
I wasn't saying anything to them, yeah.
But George's wife came also to support Chris, and they had a lot of battles. They were threatening to arrest George. But here is the thing with George. George says, "Yeah, please arrest me, because what you're gonna charge me with? That my offense is to ask for the document, the prosecution." So they backed off. You understand?
Oh
So still today, did they take your document, Chris? At the counter today?
No.
Okay. Did they give you the prosecution?
No.
You have to speak up, Mr. Cameron.
No, they did not give me the prosecution.
So did they give you the lay of information?
They gave me no lay of information.
Did they give you an order?
They gave me no order.
So a man is facing sentencing to go to jail. He has no prosecution, no order. Yeah? And he had to go and meet last week these people, the probation service. Yeah?
Pre-sentence report. Yeah?
The probation lady, what's her name again? Amber Holmes in the Highbury Magistrates Court told Chris she doesn't have any order. So she's supposed to make a sentencing report and she doesn't have the order on which to make the report. Because On the day of the hearing, Chris, what was the judge's name? Tell us.
What, on the day of the hearing?
Yeah.
Judge.
No, the previous
Judge
time.
Newton.
No.
Judge Newton.
Did she tell you her name was Judge Newton? What did she say her name was?
She didn't give her name.
Didn't give her name. And what did the clerk do when you asked her name?
Oh yeah, she was ready to kick you out the court because you were asking
She
her
said,
name.
if you ask me again, I'm going to have security throw you out. Yeah? This is court. So...
Somebody just asked a question, which I'm just going to answer to now, like saying, do you think they might now create a casement file now you've pulled them all out?
No, they can't create because the
saying.
computer you can't back time the computer.
No,
Yeah.
the computer will catch the date.
It's all time stamped.
Yeah. Computer can't forget. You can't fiddle a computer record.
They forget all these things.
Yeah.
I think they better give up on this.
And that's why the case management is the killer.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely, mate.
Because you can make up a paper and tamper with a paper, but any changes you make on a computer is logged.
Yeah.
It's traceable. Yeah?
Absolutely.
The date we just
That's
showed.
why we asked for you see the
Time.
link we put in the comment there, Caseman123. You download that document, and we're going to fix this system with one single sheet of paper. One single sheet of paper. Show me what you bloody filed, or admit you're making a counterfeit claim against me.
100%.
No, Chris, you've been in the same court. The 3 previous cases we had in the same very court
Building.
They've confessed. This is what Facebook has taken down. We put it down. Facebook took it off. But it's facts. And we even have the documents on the video. They confessed that they are false cases and offered compensation. 3 cases in a row. So this is for number 4. And George, who was there with him, after 18 years, and he started to ask for the case management and to view the code file, they have dropped 13 cases in 13 months. I mean, it's a world record, Andy. Where is my Queen's Award? Where?
Don't worry, you'll get it one day.
Imagine if a lawyer or barrister came up and said, we knocked out 13 false cases in 13 months.
Yeah, he will get that award, yeah.
He'll be famous forever. So listen, so coming back to Christopher, everybody is saying you had this sentencing, you had this, but nobody can show it. Everyone is talking, no one can show. So anyway, he went for
They were asking him for his probation. I heard the judge saying, "Where is your probation?"
So the thing is,
But the probation couldn't make because there was no order.
no. The probation people, this is their bundle. I'm going to show it in the camera. Yeah. So
They've made something then.
yeah. So on this paper,
Yeah, okay.
on the probation paper, page 1, page 2, all bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't serve it to me, they served it to her.
That don't matter, Chris. Don't matter. A document itself has to. So, whoops, that's another page. That's another page. That's another page. And it says official on every page, yeah? Official, yeah?
I'm pretty sure.
So if you write official on it, it makes it authentic, apparently. So there's another page. And another page. I just want to go through every page to the end. Yeah? Signature.
No signature, no.
No.
No order.
Yeah?
Never.
So it wasn't possible.
And no order. There is no order in here. So
No.
how do you make a probation report, yeah, to take someone's freedom and liberty based on an order? You don't have the order. So how do you make the report? What does the order say?
And he then put his autograph on it to author the document.
So
no-
everything coming out of these, now my camera is going all fuzzy. What's going on? Oh, here we go. Yeah? So this is how it's running, people. There's nothing authentic. This, is counterfeiting. Yeah, forgery and counterfeiting. You wanna take somebody's liberty. You can't even sign your document. You don't have a court order. So now,
Other parts of the paper terrorism that's being done on us.
you know, so what did they say, Chris? Well, tell us a little bit about the hearing. What happened inside the courtroom? I was not there. Tell us what happened.
Well, the judge was trying to go forward with the proceedings.
You have to speak up.
The judge was trying to go forward with the proceedings, and because I kept saying that I haven't been served with any issues from the court, and I was asking questions about getting the paperwork, and that I had no lawyer, and that I had no representation or any kind of documentation from the court, it had to get postponed.
So they adjourned it. Now, importantly, he didn't ask for an adjournment. They did.
Yeah.
So they can't produce. Now before somebody said they had a bail condition, Chris, and there was a lawyer called Lindy Blizzard, yeah,
Yeah.
a bloody criminal. We asked her, where is the order that you use to collect your legal aid from the public funds, yeah? And what happened, Chris?
She gave back the public funds.
She handed back the legal aid.
The money.
Just asking for the order, the sealed order, because they're all claiming legal aid by the billion on fake.
On fraud.
There's no order.
Just stealing public money.
And then we're saying we don't have any money for the elderly, youth clubs, libraries.
That should really pay off the working tax-paying men out there who are listening to this.
Yeah.
That should really mess with them now, realising that they're what are doing tax that they've actually given to this.
They're taking houses from piece to
From
paper.
people, and
No
disabled people are
standard.
not getting money now.
I remember we're hitting the audience of everybody here. So the people that are still under the guise that paying the taxes is actually a good thing. But realistically, what you understand is paying the taxes is actually funding for these criminals.
Yeah, you're funding terrorism,
That's it.
money laundering, and tax evasion.
By thinking you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got my three homes stolen and business and everything. And let me see if this can come on the TV. I'll tell you a joke. Boom, boom, boom. Where are we? I don't know. Where are we? I'm getting messages from the taxman. I must file my tax return. Yeah? Here. I must file my tax return, okay?
Yeah.
Not one, but two already before Christmas. They're trying to spoil my Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm saying to the taxman, somebody's stolen £3 million worth of property from me, plus goods, plus my business records of 30 years. Have they bloody filed anything with you?
No, those people.
Yeah? How come you're not on their back? Huh? So you get me the records and I'll file. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Or leave me alone?
Yes.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So this is what is going on. Tax evasion, money laundering, Jim Hara, Nikhil Rati, all the top people. Your Simon Cressida Dick. Was that Abraham Crick Dick? Crick and Dick. I don't know. But all these people, so much has been stolen from the public funds, and all the civil cases where the court fees are not being paid, and they've been charged to people. They added to the CCJs, they added to this, added to that. I mean, it's such a large amount of money. Maybe one day we should do some analysis and get some estimate. It's a ridiculous amount of money, and they're saying we don't have money for the vulnerable people, and harassing universal credit and disability. They're giving
they
people
disqualify everybody.
Yeah.
Think about half the
And keep
houses
the money
they
for
took
themselves.
in the financial crash were illegal.
It's the proof that the austerity is all created and generated by the same criminals.
So just to finish on one particular point, Andy.
Yeah.
I don't know if Nilu wants to come in and carrying on the conversation on something totally different.
Shall I invite her in?
Wait 1 second. I just want to finish on this one point. I had a text message from some random person that I don't know who used this document, bit.ly/caseman123. It's there. You download that document, send it off. So Luton County Court granted him a file view of his case.
Wow.
I believe he had a repossession. I don't know. He says his name is John, but I don't know him. He said he went to Luton today. They granted him to view the file. And he said, they said, you got 15 minutes to look at the file. That's number one.
File. This is the case management file, yeah?
No. The case management isn't a computer. It's a computer record. But the court file, the bundle of paper that they have there. Yeah.
Paper file view.
So he said they gave him 15 minutes to look. That's number one. First of all, you're allowed as long as you like. Yeah. Number two, they said he can't copy anything. Yeah. Because the court, there's no printer or photocopier in the court that is working in Luton County Court. You know. Now I personally had a fake bankruptcy case that I was fighting in with a gentleman by the name of Lennox Bailey. So I'm gonna have to revisit because we won the case actually through a out of court settlement. But them days I didn't know about court fraud, so I gotta revisit because it's 100% fraud. Now he's gonna go back. Because he said to them, if you can't give me copies what I want, I have to come back. So they agreed with him. But it shows you this is the right procedure because a lot of people are getting fobbed off. People don't get fobbed off. Here is it from somebody called John. God knows John what. And just to show that he texted me and said, I know you can't read it, but that's the proof. So that's what's supposed to happen. And you're supposed to get the printout of the case management file. I got all mine. I didn't get to view the file, but they gave me the case management, which told me what I need to know. It's a fake. There was a trial before the application was made.
There was never an application made.
Exactly. So,
which would also be sealed by the court as well.
Yeah. So this is another trick, people. This is another trick. They gave Christopher this today, or Margaret.
Yeah.
One sec. I think that's me.
Alright. So they gave him this for the prosecution bundle, yeah?
Margaret.
No, for
whatever.
Christopher.
Don't get anal about this, mate. So if you look at this paper, it's a bit wobbly. Up here, where is it? Where my finger is there. It has a URN number. Let me get a good focus on it. Yeah? There. This number here. Yeah?
Always see that. Maybe, yeah, okay.
It says URN, unique reference number. This is, gentlemen, not a court case number. It's a CPS reference. And they're giving millions of people this document as the prosecution. It's not. It's a CPS here, yeah?
Yeah.
That's not a court seal. That's a CPS logo, yeah? There is no seal on this document. So if you go through the whole pages, nothing is sealed, nothing is signed. Is in their language, they call this sham documents. There is no sworn affidavit from the witness. There is no statement of truth. Everything in here is fraud. They have what they call previous convictions. None of it can be proven. It's a lie. And at the very end of it, nobody has signed it. I mean, in a court of law, what a pile of rubbish.
They even add
No claim. And they're claiming that
I
that
did
was
charge
made
with
before the
that.
court.
No.
Eh?
And they're claiming that that is the case management file, yeah?
No, they claiming that's the prosecution.
Yeah.
Oh, they claim that, okay.
The
But that's
case management is straight the computer.
so that's exactly the same as John Patterson's, because if you remember the
Everybody.
exactly.
Everybody.
This wasn't a case number, it was a URN number, which was from the CPS. And the CPS have clearly stated that they are not the court.
We got their number now on this, yeah? Because Christopher, nobody has ever provided him with a single document with a court seal or a court case number.
From the court.
How can you go to jail on this? Shouldn't the people making up these, and the guy who made this up is called Paul Stimson. Paul Stimson is very high up in the CPS. God knows,
Second in charge. Second
second in line or something, yeah? Last time Christopher got one and knocked it out like this, Nick Folan resigned. I don't know if he has anything to do with that, or maybe he had other crap going on, but they're all fraudsters.
Yeah.
And how long he's going to stay in that position now? It's just been shown.
Yeah, so we can carry on, but we're gonna try and get Nilu in.
Yeah, I'll invite you.
And we finished talking about Chris, Margaret, and all that today's drama. We got more to go on videos, but that's enough for today. Nilu wanted to talk about the data protection and GDPR, how she's using it, and seem to be getting some result, because these people are not authorized to use your data unless they can show you a contract of some sort. So how do we get Nilu on?
Nilu's on a live. Her camera's on now.
She's on her live.
Yeah, she's on a live. Well, her camera's on anyway.
Let me call her.
I don't know.
Oh, she called us.
I don't want to. I didn't want to interrupt her.
I'm interrupting her.
No, I didn't want. I might block her.
You ready?
She's got another link.
Shall we join Nilu's link, or shall she join this link?
What would you want? You want to carry
We're
on?
live on, but we can join your link, or you can join our link.
Who's on? Who's on your link?
I was talking to Christopher, Margaret, blah blah blah, and Andy.
And Andy.
But we finished.
Yeah, I'll come on to yours.
I'll send you. I'll send you.
Andy's sending you the link, and then you jump on, and we carry on. We start a new chapter. Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Just invited anyway.
Modern technology. Woohoo!
Put everybody together at once.
Unbelievable.
That's good, powerful. This is what is helping us now. Otherwise, how could we have proved all this criminal,
I'm telling you.
Fraud they're doing on us?
You wanna go, Chris? You can go.
Okay. I'll see you later.
You're free to go. Your sentence is finished.
Sentence ain't finished, man.
It's
It's on.
You don't have any problem.
It's on.
Don't let it bother you.
No, man. I'm still. Got me in jail before Christmas for, and they haven't got a piece of paper to tell me to go to jail for.
No, they can't send it to jail. Don't you see the woman
you're
was
safe.
saying? The judge was saying he was going to charge 600. He was asking the prosecution, should we charge him 600 pounds today?
Don't worry about it. Nothing. Yeah. Oh, here's Nilu. Whoa.
Hi,
Nilu.
Nilu.
Hi, Nilu.
Hey.
The sky goddess is here.
We'll do it tomorrow.
We do it tomorrow, yeah. All right.
Share it on your timeline as well, Nilu.
You can. How is it? You can. Okay, we can twist this around instead of moving.
Yeah,
Ah, there we go. More center.
yeah.
Right then. Nilu's been busy.
Yeah.
The internet down, by the way, for a week, just to let you know where I've been, right?
But you're back on track, Andy, with
Yeah,
your internet.
today, come back
Yeah.
on.
That's good.
Wind blew the line down.
Oh.
I went into IKEA today, and there were 3 policemen. They're doing their little promotion thing, and one was wearing a mask and 2 weren't. So that was very interesting. And nobody in IKEA, a few, one or handful were wearing a mask, but generally nobody's wearing a mask. And the police weren't there arresting anyone for breaching the guidelines. So,
Well, imagine there must be a fair few of them that have been sued and fined. You know what I mean? So it might start the rippling effects in there as well.
I put up a video on my Odyssey channel. I didn't put it on YouTube because they might kill it. But there was a police officer arresting a guy for not wearing a mask, and the police wasn't wearing the mask himself.
Hypocrisy.
I'm telling you.
Oh, God.
There's
Anyway.
something else underneath all this. Nilo, hello. Oh, what happened
Hi.
there? You're coming and going tonight.
No, no, no. I thought I'd been I thought I'd been stood up.
Oh,
I didn't know you were having a secret meeting without me.
No, I tell you what I discovered, yeah? I was out and about in the world making good Christmas time, and then I didn't know that Margaret's been waiting for me since 3 o'clock.
These men, isn't it, Margaret? These men. They keep the
So when
women waiting.
When I found out, then Christopher came along, and I thought we better get on quickly what we can do, because it's been a long day. She's been all day with Christopher. So we just talked about Christopher and all that today. So now we can talk about your GDPR.
Are we still live? Are we live?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're live.
How long have we been live?
A long time.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize. I shouldn't have cracked those jokes. Sorry. I'm not being.
That's the best part of it. That's the best
I have
part.
to be careful.
We're making our live long claim.
Oh, I missed it all about Christopher then. Bless him.
You can watch
Was he
it.
here just now? Was he here?
Yeah, he's gone now. He's tired. He has had a long day, and he
Oh,
did so well. He stood his ground. Where is the? I've never been served with any proceedings issued by the court. And if you study that line,
yeah,
it's one line you need to know. Anyway, carry on, Nilo. Tell us about your GDPR exploits and how it's working. And
Just so you know, Neil, he basically held out and they adjourned it again, just so you know what happened.
they adjourned it and gave us a bunch of fake paper. None of it is sealed. None of it is signed. Bullshit. Anyway, we will break it, rest of it down. It'll be fine. The police said they're investigating, so let's see. We have more material to put out, but only so much at a time.
there's got to be a law against receiving anything in the post that we don't consent to, which is a threat to our life and liberty. I mean, every threat is an attempt on our lives. Surely this is paper terrorism.
This is the law on getting things. Yeah?
Yeah.
And the posts that are not signed, not sealed, with violent intent. Yeah?
Yeah.
Aye. Remember George got this document in the post just a couple of weeks ago, and he got it on video, delivered by the post office person, delivery, and he took it down to the postmaster and asked to verify, and they said it's not official post from it, not been through the Royal Mail system. And it had the stamp and the frank on it.
I'm getting a lot of these. You know what I think now? What we have to do is not just scan the letter, but scan the envelopes back and front as well. Very important.
Yeah.
Because the address on the letter is different to the address
on the
that
back.
It's posted from, and if the address that they say if undelivered, send it somewhere else. So.
Yeah. But you found one on your Cedar bailiff that came to your house for your son, and you send the registered post to Cedar bailiff and to Willesden magistrate by registered post, and the signature for both were the same. Do you remember?
Yeah. and a lot of people said that they had the same signature. So I don't know whether this is like a kind of, they could just be going to one place, could be 100 different addresses going to one place.
I tell you what I personally believe, that the court people you see milling around in the court are Cedar bailiff staff.
Yeah.
There is nothing of the court proper in there. That's why when you go to file your document, they can't take it because they don't have a file to place it on and a case management to put it in. So, you know, we're cracking the code here, Nilu.
Yeah, no, Anthony, I wanted you to talk about this this thing you said about sending the bill. Can you tell me what your bill looks like?
Oh my God. First of all, a proper bill, yeah?
Yeah.
I will try and dig one up, but a proper bill, what it is, you want to give them 2 notices first. So if you write to them and say, look, I'm happy to comply, whatever, if you can provide me your warrant. By the way, in case you're harassing me, knowing that you don't have a warrant, apart from being a serious criminal offense carrying 7 years imprisonment, my fees are, I say £1,000 per day from beginning to final conclusion. So that is your notice. And then when they come back after you give them the 7 days or 14 days and they don't produce, then you do your notice number 2. Yeah, so you've given a notice, then you're given a reminder, and then number 3, you hit them with a proper bill. Now, a proper bill, as I know, under the Bills of Exchange Act, 18 something or other, 1882, it needs to be signed, blah, 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 proper bill, not a blank piece of invoice. Invoice means invoice. It means it's not written. So invoice is like not a proper bill, but we still honor it. If you want to honor it, that's fine. But if you want to send a proper bill, I send a bill to the head of the fraud department in Barnet Council, who was harassing me and threatening me to arrest me because I was using my address from the house I was evicted. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm still my house until you can prove there was a lawful eviction. And since you are the head of fraud, you must investigate the eviction, not just harass me to protect the illegal eviction. So his name is Alan Dunsford. Let me see. Dunsford. No look. Bill. Bill.
Files everywhere. Useless I am. I'll need a secretary.
Let me see this one. No. I might have done it on my other computer. Bill, DWP. Where does this say bill?
So this is like for people. This is your counterclaim. If they've made a claim against you, you make a claim against them.
I haven't got one to hand, but we can do it another time. But basically, you're going to say, you know, based on so much per day, and then you put the total and subtotal, whatever you give them notice of. You can give them notice of so much per day plus copyright infringement plus data, whatever ingredients you put in, you put it on the bill and you sign it and you send it by registered post. And I like to do the post. We're gonna have to do a whole video about how to do post in my language, because this is a letter I do. So Christopher done it. We put the postal sticker on the letter, and then we scan the letter with the sticker on it. So even the one you sent on email has got the registered post, and I put the registered post in most cases on the document as well. So if I put it in an email, the registered post number is on the email. So any investigator, anybody, any member of the public can go and check that was a registered post. It's proof of service. So that is how we do add up the bill. I'm sorry, I can't.
So you were saying, Anthony, that once you send that bill, you haven't heard from those people ever again.
The guy was on my back, Alan Dunsford, threatening to prosecute me and blah blah blah. And since I sent this bill, he died. I never heard from him. We had several people, bailiffs. Once you give them a notice, a reminder, and then you hit the bill, they disappear.
So Anthony, how do you keep tracks? Because I've got 100 people to do this to. How do you keep a track of all of which stage you're on with these people? Because my head doesn't work like that.
It's very simple. I have a magic secret. I'm the most disorganized person on the planet. But if you ask me to find something, generally I find it. Because, you know, when you... First of all, I have a paper file for most people. But I dump most paper because it's all fake and counterfeit. Let me see something.
But is there a program, like a software that you...
No, let me tell you a program. The program is here. I tell you what it is.
I can't
when you save something on your computer, okay? It used to be you're allowed a small name for your file. But let us say this file now. I want to save this file. So I could say it's for Badaloo. So I put Badaloo and then Christopher, and then I sent it to Simon Crick, the chief constable. So we put Crick or Simon Crick, borough commander, and then I put the date. So it's a long name and a date. So when I'm searching, any one of those words I type in the computer, that document comes up, and any document with that name comes up. So that's my little secret.
No, I meant the timeline, like the gaps between the letters.
A calendar date reminder.
Oh, you mean how to time it and reminder and all? I don't do nothing.
Yeah.
I just search and when it comes.
You remember?
I do have a database, but I'm not using it at the moment. But I have a proper database that I've designed. I've invested a lot of money over many years, and I want to dust it off and one day make it available to the public as an open source. But at the moment, I think the things we're doing is so powerful. Once we write to them, I just think I got the upper hand now. Next time I hear from you, I take the next step. That's kind of how I do it.
Don't do it after 14 days.
And I dump most paper. I just chuck it in the bin, shred it, because it's all junk. And I scan, like this will be scanned in the computer. And I keep the original. I don't send them the original. I take a nice, good quality copy and send them the copy. So this is the original. So one day we'll do a little tutorial how to do the postage, how to do the bill. We got to do all these things. At the moment, the hot thing we got on is the check my code file where people are downloading and sending off. So we got to build on it. We got one with the healthcare professional who don't want to take the it. That's on there. We have the one for criminal court file. We have the one for the death of council tax. Just a proof set to download to support where the court itself says this is all fake. You can't get it better. The death of council tax.
I'm a court manager.
Yeah. So
they haven't paid my council tax for years now, and they keep threatening to take me to court over it. I've already been to the Crown Court and told the judge they owe me that, and they're prosecuting me for something they owe me, and they're carrying on now 6 years.
Nilu, this is what I have to say. What you want to do, you do. I'm just going to talk my talk, yeah? I have some tenants. For whatever reason, they don't pay their council tax, it comes to me. All I say to the council, I write a letter to the council. I want to pay this tax, yeah? Please give me a copy of what you filed in court, the information you laid. Yeah? and the sealed order, and I will pay your tax. Then I send a letter to the court. Somebody said they have a liability order. Please provide me a copy of the information which was laid to commence proceedings and a copy of the sealed liability order so I can sort my matters out. I have never done that, and it comes back.
No, but they're deducting it from my benefits.
So you write to the benefit people, I have never been served with any proceedings issued by the court. Please provide me a copy of the sealed order or refund me what you've deducted and apologize.
Well, they're not listening. I've tried that 100 times.
So this is the problem we have, enforcement. That's why we have the petition and we're building the pressure, and we're trying our best to build the public pressure, because this system is designed to be run by the public. The minute it's run by a little gangsters and their mates, they're gonna screw and screw and screw till we start losing enough blood, then we will respond. Have you ever heard this? Yeah.
Just about the GDPR, I just wanted to say there's not much difference between what you're doing, Anthony, and the GDPR. It's just that what it is that we're saying is that we just want them to produce the copy of the contract that I signed with them. Because when you say a dad is being sued for child maintenance, right?
Yeah.
You get these people in Scotland phoning, giving a number. I rang the number, and it's a Scottish woman in Falkirk.
Yeah.
And she says that the dad is the customer, right? And I said, if he's your customer, I'm doing a DSAR. You need to provide me with the contract that has been signed by the dad, and if you don't, he wants nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
He's not your customer. There's no contract between you.
Yeah.
You are imposing that he's a customer because you are going to extort from him, and therefore I said, you've breached his data. If you don't provide me with that contract that he signed, you've breached his data by writing to him, and the terms and conditions of the data regulations is that if you go outside of it, it's £100,000 per event that you have to pay him. So the letter that came, that was a breach. He doesn't have a contract with you. You have to pay him that. So that goes on the file, their file. If they're a corporation, they cannot rebut that because they've breached that. And that stays on their file, and they go bankrupt over the numbers of, and she said to me, she was so arrogant, she said to me, I've never heard of that before. I've been with this company since 1992. She said, oh, it will take 40 days. I said, no, it won't take 40 days. It's 30 days.
Yeah.
So DSAR is 30 days. FOI was 40 days. I said, this came in on the 25th of May 2018, and therefore it will be backdated because there was a previous incident where you breached the data of the dad. So I said it'd be 100,000 each time. So so when they call you to court, you say I am an observer, because there's no contract, so you can't say that you're a party. You have to say I'm an observer. I'm going to make an appearance at your place of business.
Special appearance.
Yeah, so thank you.
Special guest appearance.
Thank you for inviting me at the place of at your place of business to make an appearance, and my costs are £50,000 per appearance. Which, if you set up a trust, like I'm going to set up the Baby Semena Trust, any violations of laws will go into her account to help set up proper enforcement for where children and homes have been stolen for these fostering services, quote.
It's all about stealing from the public funds, isn't it? But coming back to your GDPR thing, we got Margaret sitting here. Yeah. You did a DSAR to your bank.
Yeah.
Asking, give me the records, what do I owe, what did you file in court, And what did the answer you get?
They destroyed they haven't got the file anymore because of the
They have
time.
no records.
They don't have no records.
So they couldn't be making a claim, a live claim on your property. Yeah? That they don't have anything to file in court. So, but even though she has this in black and white, they still came and kicked her out the house. Even though she has a letter from the court that they can't trace any case, they still come and kick her out.
And that's why they haven't touched her property yet, have they? They haven't.
Possibly we're putting up such a big fight. I mean, this fight's been going on 3 years, you know. But this thing is, they still came and kicked her out, and they still came how many times to your property?
7 times.
7 times to the lady, you know. And it's all on video and all that.
All
so
recorded.
they are wrong and strong.
I just asking because I noticed that the police that came round on the time that they dragged you out, those 3 policemen, those 3 alleged policemen that the police that said that never came round.
Yeah.
Did they say that there was police that came round that time and they arrested you and discharged you? Because we all said that when they came. We said that because that time they arrested you. The first time they wouldn't arrest you.
Yeah.
What about those police? Were they alleged policemen? Did they say that there was actually police that went around there?
Yeah, I think those ones they gave me their.
Those ones were the
PT
ones that
number.
arrested you and de-arrested you.
No, the one that de-arrested me, that's the one they said there's no record. The police did not come out.
So
you made the call. You made the call.
The lady was arrested, de-arrested, allegedly. They took you to a place. They took you. Where did they take you?
Well, what they did, they removed you.
Some hidden place in Black Mills. It's a hidden police center, detention center.
Took her to a detention center.
In Black Mills in Northampton. To put me in jail straight away.
And locked her up.
And they said police never attended. Police didn't come
And there
out.
is no record of it.
Yeah.
And then dumped you in the middle of the town, wasn't it?
Yeah, they dumped me in the middle of Northampton town afterwards.
I mean, this is how you steal houses.
Where they stole her from, where they falsely arrested you for burglaring your own house.
Yeah.
They never took you back to the place where they stole you from lying, you know, with lies.
How come we don't see this on the property programs on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah? This is what's going. These are the people, you know, collecting property for fun, like a board game, you know, Monopoly. And it's no record of it. Now, immediately, everybody who attended your premises and their bosses should not wake up tomorrow morning outside a jail cell.
Yeah.
I tell you a joke. With Christopher's case today, there was a lot of fighting and fracas going on. I was on the phone. I ended up speaking with one police officer called Charlie Mutuku, number 1309. Eventually, he calmed down and had a wonderful conversation with me. And he said, he agreed with everything I was saying. I said, if a guy comes to file a document and they won't take it, immediately that's an arrestable offense. You don't need any more evidence. That's it. And anyway, he agreed with everything, and he actually said he was going to go in the courtroom and check things out. Yeah? This is after we had the email from Simon Crick, the borough commander, saying he's looking into it. So we have to push the police to do their job. You know, Margaret's got the police coming to do welfare check, or people in police uniform with no undocumented. If Margaret had let these people in, what they could possibly do or potentially do, or have seen happen many times, they tell each other and fill out some papers to say she's not well or not stable in the head or something, and then get a psychiatrist to sign her off as mentally ill and mentally incompetent. This is so cruel.
Wickedness.
And then start force medicating and force drugging her. This is unbelievable. They tried it with you, Nilo, didn't they?
Wickedness.
They tried.
5 times.
If
Okay,
you ask,
if I tell you what you need to say, okay, if anyone tries a mental health fraud on you, okay, so they're saying section 17 of PACE, which means that they believe that you're going to be a danger to yourself, you're going to self-harm, or you're going to cause danger to somebody else. It's not safe for you to be where you are. And what you say to them is, what is the date, time, place of an incident which was reported to whom about the danger to self-harm and harm to somebody else.
Let me write notes, Nilo. I'm listening to a pharmacist, so.
Oh, you can play this back.
Mm-hmm.
So then, because the person who's come to your house is an ambulance driver. At one point, it was an ambulance driver, but at another point, I had the whole mental health team inside a cell on the 13th of September 2016. And this was when I went to pick up Lee Kant, because they kidnapped him, DC Steve Martin. They'd broken his door, kidnapped him. This was because I'd won the trial, 6-day trial, jury trial, when they caught out the perjury against the church witnesses, right? So they couldn't accept that. So they tried to, they had me kind of on a red alert. If you see Neelu Berry anyway, just kidnap her,
everything
lock her
flashy.
up, kill her, put a mental health fraud on her, just get rid of her, you know? That was the plan. So I waited in the waiting area. I said, what time is Lee's being released? And next thing I know, the two men have come up to me, handcuffed me behind my back in the waiting area at Bethnal Green Police Station. Next thing is they've thrown me in a cell which says do not use, because the mat has got holes in it and they put bed bugs in there, and I've bitten all down my leg. They put me in there for the whole night. I had to get medical treatment. Anyway, the next morning, this mental health team has come. These 6 people have come in. I said, who made the allegation that I was a danger to myself and to somebody else?
Yeah.
And I said, it was that woman there. She's a police officer. I said, she's impersonated a psychiatrist. And then I went into about my baby niece. I said, the reason why I am on a mental health fraud list is because they want to discredit my evidence in a criminal cover-up. Right? You have to put the counter charges in, and it's always a criminal cover-up. You see, in order for them to use civil law to conceal their crimes, they have to commit 1 million crimes. You know, when you tell one lie, you have to tell another lie and another lie.
Perpetual.
Well, you have got a beehive of crimes to tap into, right? At any point in a circle, in a sphere, you can get to the center of it when they've created this balloon of nothing. So that's when I said to them about my baby niece, I said, if you proceed with this mental health fraud against me to discredit me in my witness evidence against my baby niece's murder, which is why they put me on trial in the first place, because they really did not want the truth to come out about about the babies and the death rates in the NHS. They were accessing children and babies in the NHS. I said, you will be an equal party under the Criminal Law Act. You have to state the Criminal Law Act 1967, Section 4, that when we have witnessed crimes by the state, treasonous crimes, serious crimes of murders of children, we are protected by that law. If anybody comes anywhere near us to harm us, they are equally participating in the crime and in the criminal cover-up of that crime. And it's always that law that we have to pick on, because the silence, the Section 4 says, if you witness a crime and you remain silent, you are an equal guilty party to that crime. Because the thing they say is, if you see a crime, everyone knows you've got to go to the rooftops and scream that this crime has been committed. If anyone tries to silence you, this is where the whistleblowers laws, the Public Interest Disclosure Act came in, was not just for people in work to whistleblow their colleagues. It was really about protecting witnesses and whistleblowers. And what they did, they persecuted us. Despite the 1998, the Protection from Harassment Act.
1977.
That one, and then I think there was another one, a Public Interest Disclosure Act, sorry. That was 1998 as well, the same as the Human Rights Act, 1998. So those acts are there for our protection. And when they don't do that, then you know that the state is unfit for purpose when it attacks the witnesses of state crimes.
Yeah, well, that's why we're fighting, because when the public officials are left to police themselves,
Absolutely.
They attack the public funds, and
Yeah.
everything that we're talking about and doing, it's two steps in it. Number one, a false court procedure, and number two, somehow they collect money from the public funds. And that's pretty much it. And when they have all this money, they get high on it, and they can do what they like. You see, did you see the publication and the other day? There's so much drugs in Parliament.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
They got all this money. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're having a laugh, blow their brains on dope.
Drugs.
They can't snort enough of it, can they?
And they will keep going and going on the high, and it's the public's duty. Somewhere along the line, the public have come to the conclusion that we can just relax, and they will just do the right thing and look after our best interest. And thank God for social media and stuff. I would like to think the pendulum is swinging the other way a little bit. You know, so we saw Boris Johnson saying they're gonna get tough on crime. When did we see one illegal bailiff being arrested that is hounding children out of their homes?
I think he means the crimes in Parliament, Anthony.
Crimes are crime.
No, the paedophiles in Parliament. We're
Oh
gonna
my
get
God,
done.
the P word.
He's not talking about that. He's talking about the innocent. So it's the other way around.
This is the thing, you know, and I saw a wonderful video from a New South Wales police officer just last week that said, look, I can't do this job anymore. I'm not prepared. He came out the force and he's doing our thing. Maybe we're inspiring people, Neil.
Yeah.
We are the deal.
Trouble is always the good ones resign. You know, that's what I mean. Anyone in there that can see now what's going on, and they're all saying, like, you know, I can't do this. This isn't me. All the good ones, they should be the ones that are arresting the police that are doing it. Yeah. They know that they're doing wrong, but they'd rather resign than actually stand.
Well, I think some people are in a trap.
Actually, I said that when I was over in London that time to the policeman. I said, listen, I'm trying to enlighten and share the truth out for the people so that people can stand up and stand behind you. Any decent policeman that isn't there that's willing to stand up, you know, because that's what you're meant to be in there paid to do. Like, so, you know, obviously there's not, you know, I know if you do anything, you're going to have it probably worse than what the normal people are out there, or as equal to at least. You know, because you're right in the hen house, you know, you're right in the fox layers den, like, you know what I mean? But, you know, if they would stand up, that's all it needs is a few good men to stand up. And just as another point, actually, because, you know, you're talking about the drugs problem scenario in that, there was a guy, Kim, that was talking about that. And in Australia, they did a drugs test on everyone within the public service, yeah? And it came out over 50% of them was on methamphetamine. All tested positive.
Wow.
This is documented. This was documented in their inside. So you know that they're all. I mean, remember that people that came around to you. That one came around to you. Crikey, he was on serious drugs. He was, mate. When he come on to you, he was rabbiting like anything. It was like, wow, you know. So yeah, they're all high on drugs to do this.
But think about this situation. You're working in a public service environment, and you're doing a job. But every day you're under this pressure to do fraud. You're sending to take money from a single mother's benefit with a fake court order, attachment to earnings, so that people. One guy came to me, right? He's like a plumber for a charity that works with the government, and they've been deducting money from him for about 20 years, and he's proven it time and again that there is no court order. And he actually said to me he's resigning from the job. He doesn't have another job to go to. He said, I can't take it anymore. Yeah. And I helped him to draft a couple of letters, like, you know, the 3-letter process. And they just reply with the bullshit. They don't answer the question. They don't give you the information. They don't give you any document. They just give you a wishy-washy answer with a photocopy signature. These people should be banged up.
Anyway,
But somebody is forcing this somebody to draft the letter, and somebody is forcing this one. Who is at the top? We have Garrett Hughes in the top of Marston's earning 11 million declared salary. We don't know about the undeclared, just the declared 11 million. And I have never seen a single valid warrant from a Marston's bailiff.
Let's just say that, summarizing, that these people who impersonating a public service, or they're impersonating a contract with us, contracted service with us, are imposters. And they're aliens. They're not of God. They're not of humanity. They are evil, right? We know they're evil.
Yeah.
So they must be from Satan.
Yeah.
They have to be from another planet. They do not belong here.
Shaitan. Somebody was telling me about Shaitan today.
Shaitan, yes, so Shaitan. It is Satan.
Just to give a shout out to, there's a lady, I don't know if anybody knows, I don't know this lady, but there's a woman that's been investigating and exposing them for a long time. She's on, I think it's, what's it, Twitter, not Twitter, the other one beginning, Telegram. Love Fact One's Truth. She's just been nabbed and put into a mental health ward in London, into a hospital in London. Maria, who's just talking about her. She's on Instagram, sorry. She's on Instagram. Love Truth One's Truth. She's been exposing, you know, paedophiles and stuff like that, I think. And yeah, she's been.
I think what I would say, is, if you have got somewhere else to go, get out of England. And this, I think the lockdown is actually to stop people leaving the country.
Yeah.
It's a trap down.
Yeah.
Because honestly, what's coming, people want to get out and they can't. That's the bottom line, is we're hostages in this country. In the West, people want to go east, where, you know, this circus is moved.
We're going to have to become asylum seekers and go to Thailand or somewhere. Yeah. The reverse asylum. Imagine asylum seekers coming and some going at the same time.
Yes.
We're waiting for that 100th monkey. I mean, once that 100th monkey comes in, like, meaning, like, once we get to that position, there's enough people that realise how this, you know, once, I mean, like you say, just the simple requesting the casement file or doing the data subject, whichever the case may be, just one focus on. If you just focus on the casement file, right,
it's done. It's done and dusted. If we get.
The only thing with the DSAR is that they have 30 days and they have this person to write to. If they don't do it, then you go to the ICO, the Information Commissioner. I mean, they're very hot on it, and then you charge them for breaching their terms and conditions.
What can I tell you?
Information Commissioner.
Can I tell you a little story apart from no? I know, rubbish. But you did get your document saying they have no proof of that.
Yeah.
So that helped you. At least it didn't stop them robbing you, but it put you. You got a bloody strong case. Yeah. In my case, I went to the court, asked for the court file. They gave me 6 pages of rubbish. I then took it to the Information Commissioner. I said, I asked for the court file. Look what they gave me. The Information Commissioner escalated to the top, and then he passed it on to the Lord Chancellor. The Lord Chancellor then wrote a letter to the court manager, Barbara Mortimer in Barnet County Court, and said, answer the man's question. And they came back and said, Mr. Badaloo, there is no judgment against you. Yeah? And no fees have been paid for any cases here. So where am I going to get my property back? Please. You understand? Do you know, we were calculating, Nilu.
Yeah.
They kicked me out of my house. And I'm renting a apartment somewhere nearby, just on the corner, across the road from my own house. I've just last month, we paid £89,000 in rent. You understand? I don't get benefits on nothing, you know, and I'm doing all this campaigning, which takes probably more than 50% of my time. And we got in writing from all the parties Barnet County Court, the FCA has written saying they've never taken any action against me.
Who would have done that to you, Anthony? Somebody's evil. Who is that evil person in your life that did that to you? Because there's always one.
The magistrate's court in Hendon written and said you were never prosecuted. So I have it hook, line and sinker. So,
It's got to be somebody in the FCO scared of you.
It's probably, I mean, another one.
You know what?
FCA, sorry.
Yeah.
Fine, there might be politics or whatever. I tell you what happened, Andy. You're gonna love this story, Andy. Yeah, but I don't know if it's the reason. They sent someone round to me. I reach a point in life. I was financially secure, and I was more concentrating on charitable type of work. You know, I didn't have the stress of earning a living. And then this guy came around to me, one of my clients, Anthony, you should join the Masons in East London. Yeah? He specified the lodge and everything. And I said to him, you know what, I'm not interested in all the, at that time I don't know what the Masons, I didn't bother too much. And then a little time passed. He didn't just tell me on the phone or nothing. He made an appointment with me. And he came to see me and sit down in a proper meeting and tell me I must come and join this lodge where he is. Yeah? I said no. And then he came a third time. Yeah? And then separately from that, there was a guy high up in the Enfield Council and those things, council-related services, called Huey Jones. Yeah? One day he invited me out to lunch at the Middlesex University canteen. And he had a chat with me and he said they want me to join their club, their thing club something. But I didn't know it's the fucking Masons. So I am too naive and stupid. I didn't understand and I didn't want to be part of any.
Well, what they do, Anthony, now this is really a point that you have to make, is they wait for you to get to a point where you've got so much money and they want it. They want the money, right? They want the clutches. If you go with them, they'll rob you. If you don't go with them, they'll rob you. I think it's like that. They want the control or you're not entitled to it. They want that money gone over to them.
After this, yeah, there is a solicitor lady that I farm out some work to, like estate planning and this and that. Yeah? And she said to me, now, I'm talking now, on a regular basis, she said to me, why don't you join the Masons? They will help you. She says that to me all the time, I said, how are they going to help me? She said, don't worry, they have their own way to help you. But what I understand from other people is if you bloody join them, they will help you and pull strings and do things. But if they come to you at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning to do some errand for them or something, you can't say no.
No, you can't say no. And also they got protection from the charities and the churches. That's the problem, is they're connected with these man-made religions, and the network is that's the problem, is these charities commission is the problem.
I'm gonna, if you give me a chance, Nilu, I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna pull up a specific document that's been worrying me like hell that involves a charity and the NHS.
Whilst you were looking for it, I've been trying to set up Baby Sanena campaign with the Charity Commission for 21 years now. Yeah. All the work that I've done dropped the death rate by 30% in 2000.
Wow.
You know, I've done so much work, so much research with my two dads, the education, the books they've written. You know, there's so much wealth of knowledge there that is all part of the Baby Sanena campaign, you know.
Yeah.
They won't register it as a charity. That could even solve all the problems we've got around the world.
Yeah. What are we go? Let me share my screen. Here we go. Share screen.
And he went to India as well with the 18th Law Commission of India with the report.
I mean, your story is a whole thing. I mean, geez, 20 years and they still got the baby frozen.
Both for your points, Nilu's and your points. The point is, they don't want anybody that's got any influence of exposing the truth of what's going on with any money, because then they can do it even more so.
Can I share screen on this charity thing that's in Christopher's case is very topical? Let me just have a look. This charity, I just looked it up. It's called Together. Yeah, I've been looking them up a little bit. So when Christopher went to court the same day, he never had an order. He never had a prosecution. Yeah. But this lady sent a letter about that there are some bail conditions. That he mustn't go back to his home. In other words, he's been evicted. So when we question it, she wrote this email. Her name is Honor Protz. So her letterhead is this, look like this, yeah? This is her email. But she says, I don't even get sight of court documents. Apologies. But she wrote an email to kick him out. So how come she's not in jail? But look at her letterhead. This is coming back to charity now, Neil.
Yeah, sickener.
Honor Sibtor Protz, yeah? Forensic mental health practitioner. Liaison and Diversion Service of the Highbury Corner Magistrates Court. What's a diversion service?
Exactly.
What's she diverting?
Yeah. She's
diverting from the court order, the false court. Now look at her. She has a mobile. So she has the court, she has the NHS and a mobile number on her letterhead and no other number. Only way you can contact this woman is on a mobile. No
and you
address.
Said that's a charity. Is it a charity?
Well, look what it says now. Criminal justice, yeah? It says NHS and it says Together. Together is the charity. But it's an NHS charity, so it's not NHS, but they have one foot in the NHS and one foot in a charity. I don't know who is funding the charity, but I have a very good idea. So this is the corruption, yeah.
What happens if you click on that website, Anthony, where it says together-uk.org? Yeah, that one.
Let me just see. It comes to their website, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where I realize it's a charity. So let me just copy it. Oh, hello.
That's the problem with all the charities. You know, they're not allowed to go against the government or the state. That's part of
yeah. This is the problem. You get a license, and if you go against them, they take away your license. So here it is, yeah. They have offices all over popping up on.
They have to share the screen on that, Anthony, because you're not sure. You've got to change the screen.
Oh, let me go back. Share screen again. Here
we'll have to do this. We'll have to do this more regularly, brothers, because
no. We're doing it. We're trying to get smarter.
No, I mean, like this Zoom, we have to do this more frequently than the one we're doing a one-off.
People are screaming for it. I'm telling you, nobody's doing what we're doing, Nilu. We're going right to the bullseye. So this is the charity called Together for Mental Well-Being. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
How many branches they've got? Quite a few.
Well, there's a lot on the map there. I don't know, but if we go down to the foot here.
Yeah. Registered charity. There it is. Registered charity at the bottom, Anthony.
I understand.
Right.
It's on the company's house. But the thing is, there's nothing about NHS here. No. But they're using the charitable vibe to jump into NHS services. So this lady, let's go back to her document.
And just to add, all those people are models. They've been It's a modeling. You know, they're not mental patients. They're just people who they've used for the website. So all it is just a front, not to cover up what they're actually doing, which is obviously Anthony Christopher's case is so shocking.
It's shocking. And
Yeah, shocking.
There is one thing I must not forget to mention in Christopher's case, which is the case. It's all to do with covering up the theft of my properties and my business. Yeah? They're harassing him because he's got it in black and white from Barnet County Court. You've never been evicted from any address. So why is he not restored in his home? Why is he knocking about in their bloody Multivilla project who is operating without any insurance? Anyway, look at this, Neil. I want to point this out. This document, it's got an email here from together.org, yeah? And it's got an email here to the NHS on the same letterhead.
Oh, yeah. It's like the cancer charities. They hijack the NHS. They have their little offices there. They pretend that they're, doing collections, but they don't. If they really wanted to help cancer patients, they would have the GC MAF on the NHS, cheap and effective treatment, natural.
Yeah, let's have a quick other share on we got another one email from them, yeah? From the same Together people with Chris, which we never seen before. Let me share this one quickly, and this is gonna shock you. I think it's.
I was going to say, Anthony, like Christopher is a lovely, lovely young lad, right? Who's got his whole life in front of him. Yeah. And these guys, they just abuse the nicest people because they have them believe that they have the power over them, which they don't. They don't have anything on him.
We've been asking them question, blah, blah, blah. Look what they said today. Now, this case has been going on over 6 weeks or something, or a month. Of this same honor prots, this same Together bullshit. Another person with another mobile. So they're all working on a mobile now. It says here, I understand you were referred to our service in court by Serco. When was that and where was that?
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
They just carry on regardless,
So what I'm saying. So we got Together, we got
That's
Serco.
a data, Anthony, that's a data breach, £100,000 from that, put on that charity, 100,000.
Now, I've been to prison and I've been arrested and transported into various courts so many times by Serco. I wrote to the chief executive of Serco. I said, dear Mr. Serco, I've been transported in your van so many times on these dates on the basis there was a warrant or court proceeding. And I understand you collected your public funds based on these court orders. Kindly supply me with a copy of each court order on which you use my data and collected your funds. I had a reply from the chief executive of Serco, big red ribbon across the screen, do not contact me again. Huh? Nilo, we need to do this more often, don't we, like you said?
Yeah.
We do.
Must be brought.
You guys
when did Serco get involved in this matter?
Exactly.
And who is Serco? Who was the Serco person in the court? Was it the one pretending to be the judge?
Maybe.
You see, Andy?
Yeah.
Serco might be the one pretending to be the judge because she wouldn't give her name.
Yeah.
That's why they can't sign anything and seal anything, because they have to reveal who they are or commit more forgery.
Yeah.
Can we end it on that?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Thank you.
Night, everybody.
Please
God bless.
Share it out or online. God bless.
Yeah,
Take care, Margaret.
Take care, audience. God bless. Share it out. Bye-bye. Cheers now.
Thanks, Sandy. No.
Bye-bye.